I don't know what's that for. Let's put this back. Alright. So, got some low-grade charcoal. I'm going to put this in here. And if you look at my hunger bar, you'll notice that every time I pull the crank, it goes down. So, it does take up quite a bit of your hunger bar to run this. But we got plenty of food with us, so... You can actually use the hunger bar, or the hunger requirement of this to get your nutrients levels up if you have a lot of the food that you need. So you can see right here, my protein is full, but my fruit, grains, and vegetable is low. So let's say we had a whole bunch of it. You know, when your hunger is full, you can't eat anymore, but using this crank a few times will drain it pretty quickly. Alright, just a little more. I'm too exhausted to turn it. Oh no. Let's see. Do you have any fruits or veggies? Nope. Just the jerky and buffalo meat. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go check our trap or sieve. Alright, nothing, no shark teeth yet. So we can check back there every once in a while. Alright, we'll get that going. Red cedar planks on the top. Get one of those shadow gems. Right there. Whopper on the bottom. Just waiting for that shark tooth. Okay. Well, let's check the other things we can do. We can make some horsepower stuff, which, well, the way that the horsepower works is that you can make some tools like the chopping block and grindstone and the press, and you can hook up a horse with a lead to it, and then the horse will run circles around it and power it. And it takes a bit longer than using or doing it by hand, but the output is the maximum output. So if we use the normal stone mill, we only get, oh, come on, nope, one there. If we use the regular stone grinder, the usual output is only like 1 of whatever we put in there. So like flowers only produce 1 die. And with the chopping block, if we put 1 log on top of it, we can get between 2 and 4 wood planks. But if we use the horse-powered chopping block, we'll always get 4. So we'll make ourselves a little horse area next to our house here. I'll use some of this cedar wood since we just got it. Add a bit more color. Yes, it's pink. Okay, let's see. Will this be enough? 1, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, if you're wondering why my vision keeps changing underwater, again, the totems that I have here uh, give me night vision for a few seconds. So it keeps refreshing, and every time it runs out, then the water goes dark. Mm-hmm. Let's see, nothing we can make. A cart. Okay. So we'll make ourselves a horse-drawn cart. Oh, okay. I guess I was supposed to make the wheel first and then get around to making the millstone. And then the wheels you can make a cart or a plow. And the plow works like a hoe, but you have to have a horse attached to it. And then the cart is like a mobile chest. And for that, we got the primal chest right here. Um, Honestly, I'm not going to bother too much with the primal chests so far because you can see right here what it takes to make them. Just need a chest and then put some dark oak around it. So I will have to make a few of those though for the advancement. Grab some of these. Just plus dark oak wood. And that'll turn it into a primal chest. And then you take the primal chest, and I'll just show off to see what it looks like. Yeah, just a single row, 9 slots. No thank you. At that point, the other chests I have so far are better. And you just surround it with bark. And then this one turns into a advanced primal chest, which has 14 slots, but still not that great. And for what it costs to make them, I'll just stick to what I have. Although I am running low on wood planks, I think I can use these though. Let's see. Yep, okay, it worked. Right there. Uh, okay. When to get that. Take a look at that later. Wait a second. I think there is a pattern to it. Okay, so only the corners have to be the dark oak. Okay, so that should work. All right. Okay, so now we have the two chests, the wheels, a wooden slab. Yep, got all that. Let me take one more look at it. Okay, slab on the bottom, and then all right. So the carriages are quite useful because we'll put it down right here. Um, they do act uh, as a mobile chest, and you can also have someone riding in the back. If you right click on it, you then jump on the back, and if you shift right click, you open the inventory, and you can attach horses to it. And the way you do that, I get buff, please. Put and pull, please. There we go. So you grab a horse, and then when you're standing close to the cart on the horse, you have to press the, let's see, uh, it might be something else for you. You have to look in your menu for Asticore, and then that action key. Make sure that it's not bound to another key that you use for something. So I set it to numpad 0, and then if you hit numpad 0, yeah, the card attaches. And then wherever I go, it follows me. I can jump even with it. Now, I did notice that sometimes when closing gaps, it will detach. So you might not want to take it over like really crazy terrain. I also think like if I try to go up here, it'll like get hooked. Yep. So yeah, you want to make sure that the terrain you drive over is, not that uh, not that uneven. Hmm, okay. Any saplings for me? Nope. 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 Oh well. All right, just gonna chop up the rest of the wood here. Uh, and I think this should be enough. Hopefully. Nope. And I messed up there. Okay, gonna need a little bit more cedar wood. In the meantime, we'll build our horse-powered stuff. Let's see, grindstone. That one's first. All we need are smooth stone, stick, and leads. I remember that all the horse-powered things require a bunch of leads to build them with. So you want to make sure you have a good leather supply. Alright, that. And so you can see there is an actual outline that shows you the area that it needs to be placed in. If it's red, then that means the area isn't good. And again, like anywhere I'll put it here isn't going to be available because, well, I need to have a smooth, flat surface. Let's check our sieve again. Aha, alright, there we go. Got ourselves a shark tooth. So we can make our flame grilled whopper. Hooray! So the flame grilled whopper, for one, it has a nice little smoky glowing effect, which is nice. So you can actually use this as a fire source for the sake of the ovens, the kilns, and it'll act as if it was a fire underneath it. And then at the same time, it'll take blocks that you put in there and take them out and place them, in a chest. But for right now, that's not what we're going to use it for. We're going to use it to make a porcelain melter. We'll need another chest for that, so chop up some more wood. Okay. And grab the dark wood. All right. So if we wanted to, we could have ourselves a setup like this where we put down a chest, put a flame grilled whopper, and then put the grill or one of these kilns on top. And then as soon as we fry up something, it automatically gets put in the chest. But like right now, we don't have to make any automated things. So see, we need a stone grill, a whopper, and a chest, and we will need some porcelain. Now, to make porcelain, you can use clay and bone meal. And I know it says that you can make the smelter also out of seared stone, but seared stone right now would be a lot more difficult to make because you have to make the bricks first, and you make the bricks out of grout. And so the grout you make out of sand, clay, gravel. And personally, I think the porcelain looks a lot nicer. And so use flint, clay, and white, uh, white dye, which we get from grinding up bone meal, or white flowers. And if you look inside the millstone, you can actually see every time you pull it, the little cogwheel goes up a little bit. That's the indicator of how long it takes to make it. It takes around 3 to 5, depending on what you're making. Alright, should be on the last one, yep. There we go. Okay. And white dye powder, clay, and a flint. Now, it is important to put those in the correct order. If you put them in the wrong order, then it won't produce the item. Alright, only need 12. Just goes away. It goes clay in the center, right? Yep, and then flint on the outside. And I'm actually getting low on flint here, so I can hear the splish splash of piranhas. No? Was I mistaken? Oh well. Let's gather up some gravel down here. Another way you could get gravel at this point is putting cobblestone in a grinder. But because we're already close to a river, and gravel and clay is pretty common in rivers, got a fresh supply always right here. And we'll use our fiber mesh. Alright. Put the rest back. Yeah, this is also going to take a little while. So, again, later on, this entire process can be automated, so you won't have to worry about doing all of this, slowly by hand. Again, also one of the reasons why I recommended that you play this with friends, so and entertain each other. Or just share the workload. Let's see, let's get one more done. And then I'm gonna jump my teepee. Alright, let's do some bacon jerky. Delicious. And then one last thing I want to complete before the age ends, because I pretty much got everything else. We can make those too. I do want to finally get around to trading a piece of farmland with a villager. Because that's also something you can do very early on. All you have to give them is a little bit of bone meal, but we're not really using it at all, so I'm getting distracted here with everything else. There we go, okay. And yeah, there's going to be one advancement that will definitely not complete, and that's this one right here. And well, for that one, it's two reasons. For one, you have to summon a boss, and to get the item to summon the boss, you have to find a jungle biome, which almost always spawn a very, very far distance away from the world spawn, and also real. Also, the boss is about the same power level as a wither, so yeah. Okay, got the melter and the heater. Let's see. For the heater, I have to also make these barrel extensions, right? Yep. Okay, cook these up. And then I need another stone grill. So, stone and rocks. Alright, and then we can put all this away. Alright. So, if I were to complete that, that would finish up this advancement. So I'm going to first make that trade for the bone meal for farmland, and then get those two other presses finished.